Hi, I'm Ryan Cummings from R&R Law Group. Welcome to Your Brother at Law. Here, we break Arizona law in simple, straightforward terms. Whether you need tips or insights on legal processes, I'm here to make the law easier to understand. Let's dive in and make legal knowledge more accessible for everyone.
Hi there, Ryan with R&R Law Group. The question we got is kind of a two-part question. One, is reckless driving a crime? And two, can it be considered a felony? So one, yes, reckless driving is a crime. The facts for it basically says that you drove with reckless disregard for the safety of persons or property, and that's what would cause you to be guilty of reckless driving. It is a class 2 misdemeanor. So I think we've talked in a couple videos before the levels of misdemeanors. Class 1's the DUI, that's the highest level one. Class 2 is kind of the middle of the road. Class 3 is going to be that lowest level misdemeanor that we have. So reckless driving is a class 2. That's right in the middle of where we've got. Now, the question of whether it can be a felony or not. Reckless driving itself cannot be a felony. Now, if you have a reckless driving conviction in your past in the last 24 months and you get charged with a new reckless driving, then it can raise the level from a class 2 to a class 1 misdemeanor, and it carries a mandatory minimum of 20 days of jail. So although it cannot be considered a felony, it does raise it up a little bit and makes it jail mandatory. So it's important to just kind of realize those distinctions. Now, reckless driving has a very similar code to what's called endangerment. And we see that a lot with cars. Endangerment's kind of got the same sort of facts, is that you had a reckless disregard for the life of a person or property, or that it had an imminent danger to a particular person or property, and that could result in death. Now, endangerment can be a felony, and it is a class 6 felony. So those are the things that kind of just differentiate. So the real big difference between reckless driving and endangerment is, what are the facts surrounding the case? Were there other people involved? Were there pedestrians? Were there other cars on the road? Those are some of the things that can go into the factor. Whereas reckless driving is just mostly considered a reckless disregard for those things. Endangerment has a little bit higher of a burden on it, but that's what creates that class 6 felony that you get to. So no, reckless driving can't be a felony, but yes, it can cause mandatory jail time. It is considered a crime. It's a class 2 misdemeanor, which is, again, in the middle of the road. But if you get a second subsequent conviction within 24 months of a first conviction, now you're looking at a mandatory 20 days jail, and it's going to be a class 1 misdemeanor. So if you've been charged with a reckless driving and you need some help, or you've been charged with any other crime, give our office a call. We're happy to talk to you.
Thanks for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more valuable insights. We'll see you in the next video.